Hey guys, welcome to the video. Guys, I'm trying to go live, but OBS is not letting it. It's giving mistake for some reason. I don't know. I try a bunch of times. I shut it off and put it again. Doesn't work. Um, so I'm recording the video because I'm unable to go live. The OBS is not working as usual. As you guys can see, mistake. I don't know. But I came here just tell you not just also to react to some videos, but I came here to tell you my routine and how it's changing me, right? I've been saying my affirmations, everything that I want in the present, since I pray in the morning, read affirmations, and I've been doing meditation, mindfulness, focus on the breath, and I do 41 minutes on 7 seconds right now. And I even look sometimes feel like this is still going, but I genuinely feel like a shift in my reality. Then usually I read again the affirmations, give more power. Then I do meditation where I'm saying to myself, everything that I want, it comes to me. And I keep repeating to myself like 10 minutes and 7 seconds. Then I read the Bible, 10 pages, and I'm discovering so much, feeling way smarter and deciphering things and understanding things. And then either I eat and go work out and come back and do the stretches, or I'm like sometimes I'm not eating, just fasting, just thinking. And yeah, like I'm reading more of the Bible now. I'm meditating longer. I'm doing more of the affirmations. I'm doing this video every day. Like I feel so much different after making it. I just feel elevated while I'm doing it. After I just feel like so like elevated, and this is a great experience and elevates you because it has all these good affirmations that you need to hear, but you don't tell yourself that. So doing the video, and while she's saying, I repeat myself in my thoughts, in my language to me, just makes me feel so different, elevated, and just so powerful. And I've been doing this, you know, daily basis now. I just miss one day since I started, and even that I regret. But yeah, like it's been my morning routine. As he goes to my personal trainer course, um, I had passed all the classes till now with good rates in general. And yeah, now it's like vacations for like a month and a half. So you're gonna see how this goes. I could go put more content, I could put more lives, but it doesn't has to do with before, because before I was like always trying to do better, but I was like eating a lot to cope with the pain in my body from excessive training, and just forcing myself to do things when I didn't feel like it, and I was not with the energy to do it. And now I'm way more in tune with myself and with my brain. And a lot of fasting also makes fasting as just eating fruits makes you get in tune with your body, with your soul, with yourself, and understand that you know a lot of ways that I just reacted and to stress, and I was not thinking logically. And when you fast, you generally feel like you don't need nothing, that you're self-sufficient and you just live, right? When you eat, at least for me, when I eat, then I need to do something productive. I need work, right? I eat to get energy to work. But when you don't eat, you're just resting, you're just reflecting, you're just seeing things as it is and not living a reality that you don't even realize that the fact that you eat something, depending what it is, but anything that you eat is promoting your shift and your mood and your reality, and then you react to that, and you go over sometimes you go overboard and do like you know things that it doesn't make sense for what you're looking to do. And while with fasting is just too much, so much focus, but also seeing things in a very clear way. And I genuinely feel like, and I've been thinking about this, the Bible talks about the temple, and our body, Jesus said our body is a temple, right? So when you're always feeding, your temple is full and messy, right? So if you eat bad foods, it is even messier and dirty. But even when you eat good foods like fruits, if you eat too much, it's too full, right? It's too full. You get there, you don't see nothing. But when you start eating, you fasting, it gets clear and everything gets clear and all these worries and problems that you were having is gone. And also use like a lot of trauma and a lot of baggage and a lot of things that limit you to, you know, uh, evolve and leads you to these temptations, be food or any other things that it might make you go number, and you basically heal from that. It's not only physical healing, and I start these because I enjoy my food, and now I have my knees all messed up from running 16.08 kilometers, and it's not only physical from the autophagy ketosis and human growth hormone in your body, but it's also spiritual and mental and emotional. You just feel the healing. And another thing that I saw a lot of people do, and I did it myself, was you uplift yourself. Before we're always like this because we have the food and all this stuff, but when you don't have the food, you uplift yourself. And when there's harder conversations that you used to not go there to with certain people, you go there without even notice. It's like God is coming to your mouth and letting everything came out that is known as a problem to a person that you are dealing with and is never talked about, and you are bluntly truthful to that person, and you call that person what the person is doing, and you point the finger, make you basically say what it is and put it out there. And when you put it out there, now like it's real, like the shame is around it because people like to do shameful things when they are not seen in the dark, right? Uh, and when you put in the light and you talk about it, now the person knows that you know that is an embarrassment, and other people know. If somebody knows, others know, right? And I just felt like I'm way more sincere, blunt, and just go things flow like the air, right? Is not combusted by food. So when your temple is is open, you have space, uh, you basically heal. And I wanted to do this live because I've been doing lives and I did consecutive days of lives, right? And we are having a lot of views, we're having new followers. So I really appreciate you guys. We're having likes, all that, right? And then I stopped once I started with the first test to heal my food because I was just like, I don't feel like it. and I didn't feel like I needed. And this is another thing, the affirmations, these meditation right here, and my other meditation where I'm thinking everything that I want comes to me just makes me way more calmer in spirit, where I don't need to be doing like be a slave and work all the time. I can rest, you know. And another thing that I saw was like you had Saturday. God told us Saturdays to rest. In the Bible, you have even parts that say that you shouldn't even go buy groceries. You understand? You shouldn't even go buy groceries. What that mean? At that time, they didn't have refrigerators, so if you're not gonna go buy groceries, shouldn't make efforts. It means that they are were fasting. They use Saturdays to fast because they don't have refrigerators. Everything has to be bought fresh in that time, and you know they have groceries every day, and that tells me a lot because I did a Saturday fast, and then on Sunday I ate at 12. This week, um, not yesterday, but the day before, Saturday too. I also uh like got in tune to fasting. I was like, yes, God wants me to fast on Saturdays, just like the earth needs to work for 6 years and the 7 year cannot be worked if it is, you know, the nourishment from the earth is going to vanish. That's why all foods that we eat right now, vegetable, fruits, every food that we eat right now has way less nutrients before because these people are being disrespectful against the earth and not respecting what God told us to do, which is 6 years of work, and in the seventh year, let the earth rest. And the same goes to humans. You work for 6 days, and then in the 7th day, Saturday, you rest. As you do that, as you rest, you become more aware and start understanding things more. For example, when I did the first fast, I felt like I'm good, you know. I was resting, I was watching a series, not feeling that pain all the time and stress and be like, oh, I need to do other things, I need to work. I was just resting, learning how to rest. When you don't eat, you can rest, but when you eat, you put in energy. Now you don't want feel like resting. And this Saturday, I was literally like, it cost me a lot in after a video that I did, but the day after, I was not hungry. I was not hungry. I didn't feel like eating. And I ended up eating because I was going to have a lunch, which I um, happened to not even go because I look at it and was like, that's I don't like this food. And, you know, uh, end up eating before because I was like, oh, I fasted the whole day. Let me eat fruits, you know, to digest, you know, eat other things first. But yeah, I end up eating like a lot the whole day. And today I decided I was not gonna eat again because I do wanna do 2 day fast. I've been doing 1 day fast, and I'm reading the Bible where the people in Israelites, the Jewish people, they literally like fast for 3 days. In the death of a king, 7 days. Uh, they literally rest like you know like it's normal. 3 days like it's normal. 7 days like it's normal. We were lied to and said that 7 days without food or water you're gonna die. Multiple testimonies of people doing, you know, a whole industry lying. When I said that video talking about it, I look at my Instagram and literally what pop up is uh, just obey one verse cycle. Don't open your mouth if you don't want to repercussions. And below that post was another one saying like uh, your enemies are watching when you talk, something like something crazy, basically. And I just felt like these people were always liars. You know, they want to destroy human nature by overfeeding them and drugs. And we know like everything is just getting more enlightened And yeah, man, it's really crazy because it's really crazy, man. Because even now, I used to be like, oh, these billionaires who are plotting this, they are like, super fat and all that. But then I think about it, it's like, if they are super fat, it means that they are just a toy for these people too. Because if you're super fat, it means that you are killing yourself and you don't have self-control. So it's weird, man. It's weird. A lot of people call it Satan. But yeah. Um, I don't know. I just feel like even when I'm doing the affirmations and meditations and I'm fasting, I just feel that the power is coming way more to me. I'm feeling like my vibrations are are way more open to conceal, my visions. And I've been doing this basically since I left the last live, and I want y'all to know, because I did that live and then I didn't do a new one for like I think more than a week now. But basically I was just doing this and studying to exams and my ankle passed away. And that's another thing that I've saw that is a fact though. That is like Jesus talk about how in the end you're gonna like be burned in ashes, you're gonna be around it. You're gonna be burned through fire that it doesn't stop. And when you see somebody dies and that person get burned into ashes, right? That's a custom. And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, was Jesus already like seeing that, you know, we were gonna be burned? And that's just the message that, you know, when you die, you go to hell because you're going into the darkness, not in the light no more. And I've been thinking about this, how every person who dies on earth, they are going to hell. That's the hell. Is darkness is over. And I was just thinking like you genuinely don't need to eat, We listen about breatharians and all that, but reality is when you read the angels in the Bible, it says a lot of times it looks like he was eating, but he was not eating. So you already know angels don't eat. Jesus said that what if you that we can become angels, right? I have to reread that part, but he basically said that we can become angels, and angels don't die, and angels don't eat. We know there are people. We said, that they don't eat nothing. They literally like just live, breathe, and some of them is called breatharians, and others are like seen as gods by their people. But isn't that not that's not like what an angel is? Someone who does not get older and don't eat and just survives on bread. What if angels is humans who surpass the the weekly desires that we have, that is sexual, food, and that's it. But if you think about it, on power, and if you think about it, you know, I've been celibate for almost, we're gonna go to 8 months after this month, and I'll be fasting, and as I fast, I just feel like I generally don't need to eat. Like I don't feel like, oh, I need to eat to survive. No, I don't. It been a day and the next day I'm not even hungry. And I'm just discovering that the Jewish people back in the day did 3 days fast, 5 day fast, 7 day fast. And I be really questioning like Jesus did 40 days, you know? he stopped at 40 days. I will not judge. Uh, I don't know why, but he being the person, one of the people who could suffer the most getting to the 40 days, right? And not giving up. And we know Moses did 40 days too. But what I'm trying to get is imagine that if you just don't stop at 40 days, because he said in the Bible, Jesus after 40 days, he starts feeling hungry after the 40 days. And for you could be crazy like 40 after 40 days. But I used to be hungry when I was younger, like all the time. And I literally did a full day of fast. No food, no water, no nothing. And the next day I was not hungry. So it just let me know from experience that the longer you do this, the more your body adapts and you just go feeling hunger further and further. What if Jesus got to a point where he could get 40 days? That's when he decided to, save those who want to be saved. And what if he just came to tell us that we don't really need foods and you become an angel, you become immortal, you become a god, right? Another thing is in Eden, Adam and Eve, what God told us when they had to leave. Because of that, uh, from eating the fruit, but don't mind the fruit. But because of that, you women have huge pain, in your body when you're having your birth. Why the conversation was the first time there, right? Why the conversation exactly when they leave, and they say that now that you're not gonna only eat fruits, but you're gonna eat bread and work, and woman, you're gonna have a huge pain when you give birth. Why at the same time? Because they had sex. By they having sex, now they stop being like, this is a part that I'm still trying to discover too. But as I saw in Enlightenment or something I just discovered was like kids, they can only eat sweets and be happy. But as a father and mother, I have to provide, so I have to work to provide, right? And God told them, now you're gonna have to eat bread. And I think I didn't encrypt that fully. Some thoughts are missing, but I do understand that it starts there. And we have different energies, chakras, that it is sex, then food, then power, then love, then I think it's spirituality, intellect. We're gonna see it right now. I'm gonna show you in a video that I had. Um, it's not recorded, but I had here on my playlist to show you. Yo, shout out to y'all, man. 902 subscribers, man. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, and on Rumble we have 128 too. That's cool. And here we already have 11, which is also cool, man. But yeah, I'm gonna show you.
Man, he's been at this for like.
So
3 meals a day keeps you in your lower three energy.
you see, you have sex. Once you conquer the sexual desire, which will possibly be never, even though, to be honest, since I go fruitarian and only eat fruits, or I'm fasting, the desires like deeply disappear, and that's something that happened last time too. When I did 38 hours of fast, like no food, no water, dry fast, a lot of my sexual desires disappeared, and I was way more open to love. So that's what I'm saying that is healing, is very healing, because I was not open to love at all before, at all, and I was very sexual. So, you know, these heals and breaks also a lot of demons. Just like Jesus said, you fast and demons go away. But you have sex, right? We start here. We are in the bottom, sex, okay? If you don't conquer sex, if you don't go celibate, you cannot go to the next level. But I did. And as I told you, we started in January and I hadn't had an orgasm. I didn't I didn't, liberate the fluids in my body. It's been just powering me up, the energy. Then you go to food, right? And now I'm starting to fast. So I'm fasting. I'm discovering like new things, getting more aware, less clouded mind, super genius. Like I'm going to exams and I literally record things that was just said, like mad things, My brain is way more intellectual. And I also do contribute to reading so much, running, you know, mindfulness meditation. It helps everything. But then goes power, okay? And power is something that I've been thinking because like I have power as a man, but when I see power it's like king's power, right? I have power over everything. So I don't even know if I got there yet. Probably not. But then you go to love, and I'm gonna show you something very interesting that you're gonna like after. Yeah, then you go to love, expression, which I've been doing to the channel, intuition, acting a lot of intuition right now, and wisdom. That is the final, you know. And now I'm gonna show you the part that is interesting.
Energy centers. Why do you think they're all red, orange, and yellow? Because they're keeping you stuck in your lower three energy
Damn.
centers. Why do you think they're all red, orange, and yellow? Because they're keeping you stuck in your lower three energy centers. These energy centers are literally mini brains. You are thinking with them. Just because you are hungry does not mean that you should be eating. You are being impulsive and living in the
I think this book is not published yet. It's only one site, but it seems fishy because PayPal. But
lower
yeah,
brains. Your body parts are alive.
yeah, this is a part.
They have consciousness. You can think with them. Stop thinking with your penis or your gut and raise to the higher consciousness in the brain and the heart. Head is heaven, earth is heart, and the heel is hell. They are states of consciousness, not physical places. Neo from the Matrix is named after the neocortex in the brain, the higher brain, because he awakened from the lower self. Jesus and Satan.
This is the part I want to show you. So as you see, this makes a lot of sense because Jesus told us fast, fast, fast. He promoted so much fasting. He said he takes out demons. He said that makes you an angel. He said that, you know, so many, he by fasting 40 days could make like 5 fishes into 500 or 5,000. So he could walk on water. He had all the powers. He completely disvanished all the beliefs that were input to us since birth, and he liberates from all that and became a god. And if you see, they say hell is in these three, right? So hell is on sex, which is never satisfied, food, which again is never, it can be never be satisfied, and the more you do it, the more you destroy yourself, the more you kill yourself, the more anxious and nauseous you feel because you have parasites in your body from eating all the time, and they just make you feel so bad, and you don't even know that the reason why you're always so angry and frustrated and in pain and suffering is because you know what's happening to your digestive system. There's too much garbage, too much food that is not supposed to be there, and it is destabilizing yourself. And we have a demon and an angel in us. The angel is going to tell you, fast, do meditation, read the Bible, do what's right, do what's honorable. And the demon is going to say, do what every desire you want. Oh, is evil? It don't matter. Just satisfy yourself. Prioritize yourself. Is all this bad? It comes anger. Oh, deal with this person. And we have this demon's angel in us, and it's gonna be there forever. I think. I don't know. Maybe after 40 days, they cannot be there no more. I don't know. But he said how hell is when you eat a lot. And to be honest, me, since I went fruitarian, my life becomes so much better. Like I felt in good mood. I started going lives, and I was like, guys, I'm going lives, feeling fine. I'm feeling great. And I was eating fruits with nuts. And now I know that nuts are not even that good for your vibration. The fruits is better. But I was eating fruits and nuts every day, as as much as I wanted. And I was feeling best than ever. Why? Because I got way skinnier because fruits and carbs is not that amount as potatoes or bread or meat or uh other things, like literally other things. On fruits and nuts, you're not gonna get extremely fat. It's very, very improbable. Um, but yeah, and I was feeling amazing. My hair grew way thicker. It's even thicker than now. But we're gonna get there. The thing is, I'm not only focused on that, and I genuinely losing hungriness, and it's from a point of I just feel every time it gets in that it's like I just feel like getting heavy on me instead of me being like getting taller as I'm getting and feeling more like space and alleviation and just well. Every time I always eat, I just feel heavier and heavier and heavier. I don't like it, and then I need because of that stress. I need to go work out. I need to go run. I need to go train, and I'm training so much that I'm getting injured. So I don't even be able to do that. So I'm just fasting to heal faster. But as I was telling you, like it makes a lot of sense that from my experience going through terror and then going back to eating meat and candy and all that stuff and feeling so bad after and getting this awareness of like, whoa, that was my experience, that was my life when I was eating this garbage. And like, yep. And I'm just getting less attached to food, right? When I was attached to sex, I was like, I couldn't be 3, 4 days without masturbation. I couldn't go months without having sex. And I was literally like, this is impossible. And now I've been like, it's gonna get to 8 months next month. And it's literally like, I look myself back and like, I was weak. That's how I feel now because I understand that any sacrifice, any uh, forcing yourself not to go to pleasure is just strength. It's just build strength that you get from self control. So I'm getting like because I overcame that, or is an ongoing battle always, but because I've overcome for so long, and now even the food is not. I don't feel like I need to eat all the time. I will eat when I'm hungry. Jesus did that. He felt hungry 40 days. I'm really gonna eat when I'm hungry. And by the way, guys, newsflash, most of the times we eat is from stress situations. We feel stressed, we feel unpleasant. How I want to feel better? If I eat this, I'm gonna feel better. That's what we do. And you know, it shows how it's really necessary. Really need all this food? Not really. If for me yesterday to go to the run, I think the food was a good help because uh you know, but again, I was not feeling it. It's different. I think not feeling it. I could probably keep going and run and probably maybe did more because I was less heavy from the food. But the food is motivation to feel better before doing something hard. And that's how I've been living last weeks, I think weeks, yeah. I literally was like, I don't feel like eating if I don't work out or I'm not eating to work out. And I think it's just my intuition uh, letting me know like we don't really need that much type of food, we don't need it. Our ancestors back in the day, they like we barely had tools, back in the way, way, way before like we were building stuff like this. We had to stay like 3 days, 2 days without eating just to gather food. And yeah, like I think my intuition is just letting me know or something that I'm surpassing. Another thing is the earth is like when I run and a lot of times when I work out, but especially running, I just feel this. I just feel life. Like I run and it's like, oh, I want to be more social. I want to talk with this person. I want to, I'm just more social, more open, like better mood, right? More happy, more, like, like a better person. And I saw that how having more air and just moving like that just makes me feel way better. And then heaven is like, they say that, you know, let me show you the image here. Hell is the food, right? So we just the better food. It doesn't make us feel good. It just makes feel good in the moment, and you feel worse. Then you have earth in the lungs, where when I run, my lungs are better. I just feel like incredible. And to be honest, the less you eat, the more lung capability you're gonna have. If you fast a day, you're gonna see the next day. If you breathe, you feel way more air in your lungs and way easier to breathe. And that's another thing. The more garbage you have on your stomach, the more food and waste you have on your stomach, harder it is to breathe. So if it's harder to breathe, you're gonna be in agony, on fight or flight mentality, and you can either breathe just like in meditation and breathe, and go back and really see the breathing feeling relaxed. Then they say heaven is on the brain, which they say is the cortex, which I've been feeling a lot doing meditation, the affirmations. This one is a big one. And yeah, that's basically what I've been doing, is just trying to find answers and new things through fasting, because one thing I also noticed in fasting is like you have so much time to think. When you eat, you literally giving like stimuli, and when your body starts eating, your brain gets a little bit number, a little bit like loses focus, and it's weird. It's like the only thing they're putting in function is your lungs and your brain. So it makes sense that this is the way. It makes sense. Like I genuinely believe in Jesus. I genuinely believe Jesus did all the miracles he did. I genuinely believe he overcame the stomach, the hungriness, the digestive system, and he got into higher powers. And so many people have visions of getting somewhere and they get it. Is that impossible that someone can think about something happen? And I'm gonna lie, a lot of times I just saw something and then I vision what I wanted and that happened. And I was like, okay. And not me. A lot of times, if I could control that, have master over that, I will be in other places already. But I genuinely believe that doing this, rising my vibration, I can go like achieve way better things way more rapidly than I want. Just to see yesterday, yes, I have my knees all messed up, but yesterday I went from 12 kilometers and a half in 12.11 kilometers, trying to do 13. My app didn't work, the whole thing, and then I forced the next day, got like my knees was bad. I forced the next day, my knees were horrible. I literally the next day I ate normally, even to be normal food like Chinese and stuff. And then the next day I did the full fast. The day after yesterday I ran 16.08 kilometers. 16. It's crazy. From 12 to possibly 13 to 16.8. And I knew as I was running, my knees way better from the autophagy, the fasting, the healing. Okay, even my back. Like I see my back, uh, that I have always like a bad posture with it, getting better. Some injuries that I have in my lower back are feeling more like everything is just recuperating, and I don't know. I think there's a lot to this. Fasting is extremely is hard. Is a hard experience, and you have to understand that you are literally going to different realms. You were in the realm of eating, and now you're in the realm of breathing. So it's just is as is said, you were literally in hell, and now you're practicing heaven and earth, living instead of surviving, right? Because that's what you do when you eat. Oh, I need to eat. I need to eat. You are literally surviving. You think if you don't eat, you're gonna die. So you wanna enslave yourself and work and do things you don't wanna do. So you have money to eat. When do you really need to eat like that? Do you really need to eat at all? That's the question. But yeah, I wanna show y'all what I've been doing. I would way prefer to be live, but we ain't. And to be honest, I truly enjoyed this video, and think I'm gonna stop, and then we're gonna continue to the others. See ya. Hope you guys enjoy and learn.